Here we're going to take a look at how we can work with metadata and also how we can add a copyright symbol to our pictures and how we can add keywords and also how we can take advantage of metadata when working with the Adobe Bridge. Well, there are two different types of metadata. It's either additive or descriptive. Descriptive metadata is something which is part of the file, the way that it was captured. Additive is something that we've added ourselves. Well, let's first look at how we can take advantage of descriptive metadata by working with the filter panel. Here I'm going to click on this image here and navigate to the filter panel. In the filter panel, I'm interested in finding all of the photographs that were captured with a certain lens. I'll go ahead and click on this icon here in order to open up the filtering for lens. Next, I have different lens options. Well, I want to see the images which were captured with this 85mm lens. To do that, you can just click on this option here, and it then shows me these 3 photographs. We can also gain access to this information in the metadata panel. Let's go ahead and click and drag this over a little bit so we can focus in on the metadata panel. Well, in this placard, it's showing me how this image was captured, also its file size. And there's other valuable information below. If we open up File Properties, you can see information about the application that was used to process the image, the date it was captured or created. Let's go ahead and close that, and then open up our IPTC core. Well, here's where we can add our information. We could add our name, also our location, phone number, and email. And this information can be really helpful if we're going to send this image to a client. We can also scroll down and add copyright information. Let's do that because that's perhaps most important. Here under Copyright Notice, I'll go ahead and click into this field and press Option G on a Mac or Alt-Control-C on Windows and then type out my name. Next, for the copyright status, I'll go ahead and choose Copyrighted. And again, what's great about this is any information that I add here, well, it will become part of the file. You want to add the information which is most relevant to your workflow and to the information that you need to have with your files. All right, well, what about keywords? Well, let's go ahead and click on the Keywords tab. This opened up this dialog. We do want to apply this, so let's go ahead and click Apply. You can also apply by clicking on this checkbox here, which I neglected to do. All right, well, let's go ahead and click on the Keywords tab. The Keywords tab allows us to create main keywords and also sub-keywords. We can use what's here, or we can create our own. There are 2 different ways that you can create keywords. You can either click on this icon to create a new keyword, or you can click on the big plus icon in the bottom corner of the dialog. Let's click on this icon and create a new keyword. This one's going to be New York. Next, I want to create a sub-keyword. So I'll click on the icon next to it right here, or you can go to this menu and choose New Sub-Keyword. This will place a keyword underneath New York. This time, I'm going to type out Brooklyn Bridge. Well, now that I have these keywords, I need to apply them to my photographs. To do that, you can click on one or more images and then simply click on the checkbox. You notice that when you click on the checkbox, it will show you that this keyword has been assigned. Here, Brooklyn Bridge has been assigned to this picture. Let's also add New York. All right, well, what about these other 2 images? Click on one, hold down Command on a Mac, Control on Windows, then click on the other, and then go ahead and click on these checkboxes in order to assign these keywords. Now, once you've assigned keywords to your photographs, you can see those in various places. Let's go back to the metadata panel. In the metadata panel, if we scroll back up, what we can see is if we click off of all of the images and then just select one, you can see that this image has these keywords on it, Brooklyn Bridge and New York. We can also use these keywords in order to filter and define photographs. Let me show you what I mean. If we make our way back to the filter panel, let's turn off this option for filtering based on the lens type. We'll go ahead and turn that off. Next, let's open up the option for keywords. Well, here it's going to show me the different keywords that I have. I want to see my images which have this keyword New York. Go ahead and click on it, and it will then show you those 3 photographs. So as you can see here, metadata is really helpful on a number of different levels. Not only does it tell us information about our files, but we can add information to those files, which we can then take advantage of in order to filter and find images. And perhaps above and beyond all that, also, when we send these images off, all of this metadata, it will become part of that file. Therefore, someone else could open up the image, they could view the image in Bridge, and then they could have access to this metadata as well.